to today's video. So as you can see behind me, I have three different models of Land Rover. I've got the Disco 2 on my right, I've got the Defender behind me, and the Disco 3 on my left. So, three very different cars, used for mainly the same thing. With this one has lots of faults, but we'll get into that soon. We've got the Defender here, which doesn't look like your usual Defender, and then we've got the Discovery 2. So, walk and talk about all three cars, modifications, what we would like to do on the cars, and just a bit more in-depth look at our cars here at Autounica. So, starting with the Discovery 3. Now this is our newest purchase. As you can see, or you might not be able to see, it's a camper. It's a 7-seater from 2005. It's an HSC V6, all black, and it's in need of a lot of attention.
Yeah, basically it's in dire straits, right?
Yeah, it has so many faults, but fixable faults. Compressor, brakes that we know of at the moment, it doesn't have any plates on, so we can't really drive it. So it's just been parked away, and once we have time, we're going to have a look at it. But it's got a lot of potential, and that's what we like. So, 7-seater, leather black interior inside. It is old, it has been used. It's done about 470,000 kilometers, so it's done a fair bit of driving. But as I said, it has a lot of potential. So it's a great family car or an adventure car. This car, now, as I said, it's got lots of problems, so I can't get into the boot. The handle's broken, which is great. But the seats in the back lie completely flat and flush. So you can sleep inside, or you have the possibility of the roof tent, which pops up, which is a great feature to have. It's also got a kitchen in the back, so you've got your sink, you've got your hob or gas cooker, and a table. Small camper essentials, basically. So you can actually, it functions as a family car, 7-seater, or you could go out on adventures. Could go adventuring in it. Anyway, it has the potential. It's very versatile. It's got a lot of potential. Costs. In Denmark you see a lot of yellow and white plated cars, because the taxes are so high over here. So this one, if it was on complete white plates, registered, 7-seater, it would be around 1,500, 1,600 pounds a year. Whereas if you had it as a camper, so you have it on white and yellow, then it would be a lot cheaper. It would be half the price probably.
Somewhat.
In that area.
Ish.
Yeah, ish. So it's just to give you an idea of what makes sense, because if you have a few cars, then it doesn't make sense having this on white plates fully registered for a 7-seater, because it's just quite expensive over here. Taxes are high. So great potential. It's great for doing long trips, very comfortable, drives really well when it works. When this will be out on the road, it'll be great. I already really like it, but there's so many problems with it that there's simple problems that we've found so far. There might be something big, but we haven't seen it yet. The battery was dead, so we spent half an hour getting the car started and getting it parked in here, and then all just started flashing like a Christmas tree. So lots of problems, but great potential, and it's very nicely kept for what it's done, and it's from 2005, I think. It's in pretty good nick. So you've got the screen in here. If you follow me, we have got your screen, you've got your heated seats in the back down here, got your air con, a small fridge at the front. Everything's really nice. You can fold all the seats down so it lies flat, so you can sleep in here as well. So you could be quite a few people going on a trip, essentially. You could sleep 4 if you really liked each other. 2 up on the roof and 2 down here, but might not want to do that. It'll be squished. It'll be a tight squeeze anyway. Coming around, we'll show you the front. See the back. It has light guards. They need a good spray. A bit of fresh paint. As I said, I can't get into the back. So I can't show you anything at the moment, but this is a project car, so you will be seeing more videos with the car. So
at least the console actually came with the car.
Yeah, it's in the boot. It's in the boot, so there's no problem. It's just a bit of, I say simple wiring, but we'll see. There must be a reason to why it's off, so another problem there. But again, this is a project car, so you will be seeing a few more videos with this car. If you have any questions or videos you would like to see, then put them in the comments down below, because it is quite a clean canvas. Walking around, got the plastic skirting as well, which is missing down here, and on the sides we've got a light bar. But
Redeeming factor.
but it's done very stupidly, if I'm allowed to say that. So, as I said, if you watched my previous video that's just gone up, where I mounted my new external lights, I talked about that you have to have a switch. For your car to go through its MOT, you have to have a switch to turn your lights on and off. It's mandatory in Denmark. On this car, this switch, you follow the cable, this switch is actually under the bonnet, so you can't access it from the car, which is pretty stupid. But anyway.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
We'll fix it again. Another just small thing, the key as well, it's falling apart, but it's fixable. The seats, yeah, they're small holes, but it's nice that it's leather. Wear and tear in the leather and the dashboard. Due to probably just the sun and
I don't
could
think
be products as well.
I don't
Just
think it's
dry.
a leather, nor is it Alcantara. I
No,
think it's
just a fake.
a symphony in man-made materials.
Nice thing to have is a small sunroof. And again, doesn't really work, but it's nice to get some light in, because it can be quite dark when you've got the tent on the roof, or the camper conversion, basically. So, quite a few videos coming up to do with this car, because it needs a bit of TLC, but it's a pretty clean canvas. It's a cool car already, so it's not too hard to make it good. Compressor brakes, coolant fluid, it said on the dash when I started it. A bit of touch-ups here and there. It's taken a few hits again. The guards. An okay feature, but everything's just simple black, quite cool, easy to revamp and make it pretty decent looking actually, compared to some of the other cars you see where you think, right, I've got this to do, this. It's quite a short list to make it cool and drivable. It's a pretty good car. So, this will be really exciting to see on the roads and drive and get it running again. Now, on to the next car. Right, moving on to the Discovery 2. HSC from 1999. It's older than me. Which is great. It's cream, white, dirty, whatever you want to call it. It's done a fair bit of driving this car. How much has it done, Klaus? Klaus, behind the camera, owns this car.
Yeah, it's
So,
200
he knows a lot more about the car than I do.
240,000 kilometers.
So, not as much as the Discovery 3, even though it looks like it's done a bit more.
Ah, come on. It's in good nick.
It's in really good nick, actually. You don't see a lot of the Disco 2s in Denmark. We were just talking about that off camera. see the Discos 3s, you've got the Range Rovers, few Defenders, but this one you don't see a lot of, which is quite good. It's nice to see something different sometimes. So, let's have a walk. 7-seater. Got white plates. Got a bit of rust here and there.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was due to the doorstop not functioning during a storm. So I had a co-worker, I drove him home, he opened the door, then it banged the side of the door panel, but I have to pull it out and get it fixed.
Another thing to get fixed.
Yeah.
Everything getting fixed. We have bush wires. You might need to tighten it a bit if you want. No? It's a bit rattly. So yeah, bush wires. We've got the Iron Man marquee, pulls out that way, and a hardtop tent, which Klaus really enjoys. He's actually got a Defender 90 as well, but it's getting his engine changed. One thing to mention as well, this one has had a recent engine change as well, because it had blown the head gasket, yeah?
Yep.
So, Klaus, he likes new engines in his cars.
Yeah, new used.
Yeah, new used engines. And we prepared, or he's prepared his car for this video, as you can see here. It's full of bottles.
Yeah.
It's been recently camping, so, and Klaus is very busy, been working a whole lot, so we'll let him off this time. 7-seater, cream leather interior. It's really nice. It's nice and bright. I prefer light interior, even though it's harder to keep, but it's just airier inside. Steering wheel's a bit tattered. You've got the fabric loose up here, which is pretty standard for a lot of the
Yeah, that's a
Rovers.
classic.
classic thing.
They skimped on the adhesive, I guess.
We have some water coming through here, so a bit of discoloration in the fabric. All of his radios wiring up here, camping. We need a new windscreen. It's got its MOT next year, is that right?
No, it's
This
later
year?
this year, in a couple of months.
Okay,
So
that will be changed just before.
changing the windscreen right now would only result in actually getting nicks in the window from stones and stuff. So
Yeah, we're going camping again on Friday.
mhm.
Going to Sweden. So there's no need to do that just yet. We'll do it just before the MOT. So yeah, it is. You've really enjoyed it, haven't you?
yeah, it drives. It's nice and it's comfortable.
Locked. It's comfortable. What have we got on it? 20-inch alloys?
It's 20-inch alloys, yeah,
Yeah.
on 275s by 45. So it's more of it's more of a drivable vehicle on the on roads than it is on an off-roader.
Yeah.
But being the Disco 2 and having two solid rigid axles, it's still actually quite capable off-road.
Yeah.
So
It's very versatile. You've got a sunroof, which is great, but the tent is on top, so not a lot of light. But it's nice and airy, and you have the 7-seater as well, which is great to fill friends in, and
friends, family.
friends, family, dogs, animals, boar,
Yeah,
deer,
boars,
whatever
yeah.
you shoot. You've got your ladder to get up to the roof, or at the tent, not the roof. All our other cars are what we mainly get in the garage. We've got the Defenders and the Disco 3s, which we see a lot of. It's nice to know your cars, but it's nice to have something different in once in a while and change it up a bit. For how long? A year, 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. You have changed the
An engine?
the engine, as we mentioned. What else have you changed? You've changed the
Not much actually.
you changed the suspension.
Oh yeah. I complete new suspension in all four corners, including springs in the front.
Yeah.
Still keeping the air bellows in back.
Uh-huh.
That's actually quite a nice feature. It rides okay.
Yeah.
It's got a hydraulic torsion bar for stability. So that's actually quite nice when you're driving on the highway. It's not a bad car as such, but one of the things that has to be fixed is that the Classic has appeared in my dashboard. So
I'm gonna flip you around so Klaus can tell you. So this is Klaus's introduction to the channel. He's always behind the camera helping me.
yeah, spiky comments and such.
Yeah, you might hear his voice here and there. Well, this is the guy behind the camera.
No, but nevertheless, the Classic with the disco has appeared in the dash. So I'm having the Three Amigos.
Which is?
Yeah, it's a fault by the ABS shuttle valve modulator. That's the Classic on these cars. So at some point we're going to have a video with exchanging that, because that's actually quite an easy fix. It's 5 bolts in total, because you need to have the modulator block or lift it, and then the shuttle valve modulator is underneath, and it's 3 bolts. So that's somewhat of an easy fix, and a cheap fix as well. It's about, what is it, about not even £100, so £75 or something like that. But it gets quite annoying actually to have the Three Amigos on constantly, but it is what it is. It still does its thing and it still breaks, but it has to be fixed.
Yeah.
I actually ordered the part. No, but I'm quite I'm quite content with ownership of it, because it's actually a good platform still.
Yeah.
Rides in the terrain, rides off-road, rides fairly decently for a car with 2 rigid axles on on tarmac. So it's a good daily driver. Due to the tent being on top, right, and me not having having tall enough legs, then it would be easier when I actually pop up the tent and have to basically to close the tent again. It would be easier for me for actually getting to walk on the hood. So we bought some rubber matting with the diamond plating, diamond checkering in it. So we're going to mount on top of the hood or the bonnet.
Hood or bonnet?
Yeah, I have to talk British English.
No, you
not
don't have
American
to.
English.
You can
Sorry
talk
for that.
American.
No, but basically putting on top of the hood, then I can gain access to the tent from the bonnet side as well. So it's just small upgrades.
Yeah, always small upgrades. So this is the Disco 2. And this has been in the background of a video or two camping. Moving on to the last car, the Defender. Last but not least, probably one of the most, I wouldn't say pimped up, but modified Defenders I've seen personally over here in Denmark. This is a 2001 Defender 90 TD5. It has been raised, it's massive. It's been raised, well not massive, it's big compared to me. Been raised by 2 inches. It has 18-inch alloys, 35-inch wheels. It's got 35mm spacers, bigger wheel arch flares, snorkel. We've got the push wires. We've got the
Checkering.
checkering to get up. We've got the light bar. We've got an awning up here on the roof rack. We've got a sack on the roof rack with camping equipment. Lots of camping equipment. We've got extra diesel. We have our swing bar for the wheel, for the reserve wheel. We've got a ladder with extra light. We've got, what are these? Again, we found out last time. Stuff for when you get stuck in the sand and the mud. I know what they're called in Danish, but not in English. We've got a 270-degree awning, so it wraps around the car. And the other awning, or marquee, whatever you want to call it, this is where they sleep. So they fold out the awning, pull out. We'll show you in our next camping video, because we're going to show you how we sleep. Or
That's a bit boring
Yeah.
though. Or,
Yeah.
or at least just
24 hours
showing the
sleeping.
accommodations,
so
right?
you pull it out, and then you can attach sides to it and a bottom, so you've actually got a double bed instead of having to sleep on the roof. If you're a bit older, or you have to get up and pee at the night. You don't want to be climbing up and down. It's just easier to zip the tent up and walk out. So this car is just fully spec'd out. It has a stage 3 remapping, tuning, whatever you want to call it. It's a beast. It is a complete beast of a car. There's been a lot of work, money and time spent on this car. It has not leather seats, but almost it's not your standard normal Defender seats.
No, it's a reupholstering. I think that's actually an Exmore trim.
Yeah, okay, could be. We have the clutch is extremely soft. What do you call it?
Yeah, there's a assisted clutch on it, so it has a vacuum system just as your brakes, so you can actually operate it with a finger.
Yeah, it's really soft. Instead of having your legs shaking, if you're stuck in traffic, which you normally aren't really driving this, it doesn't really do traffic, but it's extremely soft, so you don't get sore leg. We've got lots of wires. We've got radios. We've got sat nav. So this car has lots of accessories. So it has plugs for fridges, batteries. When we go camping, we like to charge via solar panels. So that's all in the back. There might be a video with how we charge.
Yeah, we can do a video at some point where we install a dual battery system with a solar charger.
Yeah, it's great.
And battery monitoring, so basically a BMS system.
Something we're working on at the moment and testing out. And
it works in this car though, so
yeah, it's great in here. So why shouldn't it work on yours?
I'm thinking we usually use the CTS, CTEC accessories. We find those actually quite easy to work with.
Yeah, they're good.
He's got a cruise control.
Cruise control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here, and we'll be starting to fit those on some of our other cars as well. So there will be another video of that as well. There's lots of new videos. We've got lots of cool things lined up. It has hybrid turbo, bigger
intercooler, a new radiator, and a possible upgrade towards an electrical fan because it's got the viscosity fan fitted at the moment. But it would be nice with an electrical fan.
Yeah.
Or at least I heard a request at some point.
Yeah, he wants new doors as well. A few new things, but it does its job pretty well at the moment. And it is really spec'd out. It's got the winch, extra lights, winch bar. I know the bonnet isn't closed properly, don't worry, I have seen it. Got your extra lights up there. It's great just to jump up and be able to climb up on the roof. It speaks for itself. It's massive. It's just a beast, basically.
Yeah, it's loud and it's intimidating if you see it in traffic, and it's actually quite capable off-road as well. So.
Oh, it's great off-road. It does a lot. It's packed to the brim in the back. As you can see, most important thing, a bottle of red wine.
I don't
That's
think
from
it's
camping.
I don't think it's the correct storage temperature, but
No.
yeah, we'll try to fix that.
Lots and lots of. We've got tools. You always need your tools when you're going camping, off-road, just driving in general with a Land Rover. It's nice to have a few tools to get you going again. Lots of ropes to pull you out. Soft shackles, camping equipment. This is the ultimate camping car, I would say. It's pretty good. It is pretty good, and I think the plan is here to make a table. Nice to have some shopping space. Boil some water, put the kettle on. And he's just recently got a new back door, which he loves. It's quiet.
The old one was quite rotten and corroded.
Yeah. So this car has had a lot of attention. Been put a lot of time and love into it.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
And money.
Yeah. And so, this is a short walk around, a walk and talk about the three cars. Very different. Some need TLC, some don't. Some need it here and there. All very different. Used or will be used for the same things, but can be used in your day-to-day life. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I've got a question for you. What is your favourite Land Rover model, make, car? Leave it in the comments below. I think mine would have to be the Defender.
No spoilers.
No, there's not a spoiler. I think mine's the Defender, and I really like the old Range Rover Sport or the Autobiography. I think it's a cool car, but a bit pricey. So leave your comments down below, and I'm looking forward to reading them. Thank you. We'll see you soon, and you'll see the cars soon as well, camping. And Klaus is waving behind the camera and saying bye as well.